What's going on, guys? Prostin Talk here, back again with my WrestleMania review series. I'm reviewing WrestleMania 20, and I am back. And I gotta say, WrestleMania, it was one of those WrestleManias that is close to my heart because I really loved WrestleMania 20, especially because one of the reasons I got into professional wrestling is because the one person I saw when I first watched professional wrestling was Eddie Guerrero, and I was always a big fan of him. Obviously, hit me and him being both smaller guys and stuff. And when I saw him and Benoit, that awesome magical moment, and obviously the triumph and tragedy what happened, you know, with obviously he passed the year later, and then obviously Benoit, the whole thing what happened there. But this show was like a really good show. I thought it like this WrestleMania was one of those underrated WrestleManias. Like I know they cannot talk about because of the whole Benoit thing, but this WrestleMania was really good. You had John Cena versus Big Show, and this is a good way to open up John Cena, to bring in John Cena to WrestleMania here. They had a good match. John Cena wins with the FU and with the brass knucks. Then after that, you have Booker T and RVD versus the Dudleys, La Resistance, and Martin Ginger, whatever his fucking name is, and Gareth Cade for the Fatal Four-Way World Title. This was another good opening match for WrestleMania as well. Booker T and RVD get the win. RVD wins with a 5-star frog splash. Then we get to the next match. I really like this match though. Christian versus Chris Jericho. The story behind this is that Christian and Chris Jericho both have a love connection with Trish Stratus. So eventually they find out both that they both want Trish Stratus. So how to sell it better in the ring, and they have I thought it was a good match they had. Trish comes down to her to save Jericho, we think, and then obviously she thinks it's Christian, so she elbows Jericho. Christian gets the rope, and after that, you know, Jericho's like, oh, it's okay. It was like a miscommunication, whatever. And then after she just slaps Jericho, then he gets hit with a kill switch by Christian, and after that they make out. Like this was like a Jerry Springer type thing. Then we have Evolution versus the Rockstar Connection. Now this was a good match. I thought this was a good match. But one thing I want to touch on real quick is that the Randy Orton promo before, when he was saying like, "Oh, I destroyed Mick Foley and he's a wreck now, and I threw him down these flight of stairs," and that Randy Orton is the Randy Orton I miss. Like Randy Orton at his peak, that was peak Randy Orton. Early stages of Legend Killer Randy Orton. I loved that promo for Randy Orton, and he's just got so much energy and so much passion in his voice. Now I know some of the writing in today's WWE, some of it is scripted, and I know some of it they cannot control all of it, and some of it you've got to, they don't want to go off script all the time. But the thing is, it's good sometimes to actually go off script sometimes and just go here and there instead of just scripting like I'm Randy Orton. Because this Randy Orton's like he doesn't have any. He just says the same promos all the time. Like he doesn't come up with anything unique. Like with this Randy Orton, he was exciting. He was brash. He was all out there. And then this Randy was like, today's Randy was like, so. Then we get the Tony Wilson and Sable versus Miss Jackie and Steve Keyboard for the Playboy evening gown. Also, shout out to Tony Wilson. She is the WWE Hall of Famer. That was announced today. Then we got Chavo and Billy Kidman. Chavo defending his Cruiserweight Championship in an open Cruiserweight Championship match versus Akio, Billy Kidman, Funaki, Jamie Noble, Rey Mysterio, Shannon Moore, and Tajiri. Chavo gets the win. I thought this was a real good, exciting match. And then the worst match of the night, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. This match fucking sucked. It was so terrible, and I don't know. Oh my god, Goldberg 0304. It was terrible. Like they should have booked Goldberg like they did in the 2016 2017. Like that was the best time to book Goldberg. But how they booked Goldberg, like they just had him out. I know they had him beat The Rock, and that was good on his first pay-per-view. But apart from that, like he didn't have a good time in the WWE, he was losing to Triple H. They were finally like messing about giving him the belt, and then he would finally get the belt, and then he would feud with Brock Lesnar, and then both guys were leaving the next night, so the fans shitted all over it. It took them 10 minutes to finally touch each other in this match. The best thing about this match is that Stone Cold stunned them both, and that's the only redeeming thing about this match. The match quality was bad, and it should have been a street fight or like a boiler room brawl or something like that, because this was really fucking terrible and bad. Then we get Rikishi versus the APA versus the Basham Brothers versus the World Great Tag Team for a fair for WWE Tag Team titles. This was kind of a whatever match. It was a quick match. Rikishi and Sky tried to get the win. Then we get Victoria versus Molly Holly. The winner is title versus hair. They had a decent match, decent to solid match. One thing I do want to say is that Molly Holly does not know how to use hair clippers ever. She's never touched any in her life, period, I bet, because she could not get these fucking to work. But anyway, after that, Victoria, she sprays hairspray in her eyes, and then she chains, like she ties her up. And whenever somebody does a hair versus something match in wrestling, why can they never do a good job at fucking cutting hair ever? Like Rey Mysterio could never cut. He didn't do a good job with CM Punk. He was like scalping him, and Raven and TNA when he had that match, and Beefcake and fucking the Shavers went for Beefcake and stuff. And then this match here, where fucking Molly Holly's never seen Shavers in her life, and Victoria cannot cut her for fucking shit. So the fucking terrible. So she just had to rush the thing. Then we had Eddie versus Kurt Angle. This was a really good match here. I really enjoyed this match. Eddie gets the win with the with the roll up, because Kurt Angle had him in with the ankle lock, and then he rolls out and he gets the win and retains his title. I really did love the Eddie Guerrero Kurt Angle matches. I also thought they was really entertaining, really fun. Then we had the Undertaker versus Kane, the rematch from WrestleMania 14. Now, obviously, Undertaker came back. Obviously, the whole story was that Kane buried Taker because he helped Vince defeat Taker at 2003. I don't know what review it was. And he came back, obviously, as the dead man. And this is where he would come back as a dead man after he got rid of the biker gimmick. And it was a squash match, basically. Taker got the win. I would also say that the WrestleMania 14 match was better, in my opinion. But anyway, then we had the main event, Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match was awesome. Like, man, they had a lot of spots. Like, Benoit got put through an announce table. Michaels got busted up and bad. You had like a DX reunion here with Shawn Michaels and Triple H were teaming up to like take out Benoit at some point. Then it was Benoit and Michaels trying to take out Triple H, and then Triple H. It was like everybody was trying to take out everybody. And then to the end of the match, Shawn Michaels tries to super kick Benoit, and then Benoit basically ducks his head, and then Shawn goes over the top rope. His legs get tangled up in the ropes, and then after that, it's just Benoit and Triple H. Benoit puts Triple H into the into a submission, and then after that, he gets into the ropes, and then he taps out. And then Chris Benoit, your new World Heavyweight Champion. And then Eddie and Chris have this great, awesome moment, like two friends, 18 years in the making. Both have made it to the WWE and finally become world champions. Benoit won his world championship, obviously WrestleMania, but Eddie, I know he didn't win at WrestleMania, but he won it the month before at No Way Out. So it was just a great ending, and unfortunately, we cannot talk about that moment because obviously what happened with the Benoit thing. So that's kind of the sad thing about it. But overall, WrestleMania 20, I'll say is I really enjoyed WrestleMania 20. I know the Benoit thing and stuff, but I thought it was a really good WrestleMania. Overall, guys, what do you guys think of the show? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll check you guys later.